guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellen and I talk about all things houseplant related. I upload new videos every Tuesday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you get notified of all my latest videos. So in today's video we are going to be putting together a terrarium. So I got this beautiful plant stand, well table and terrarium all rolled into one for my birthday in April, and I'm so excited to use it and to really fill it up and get it ready. So I've been waiting to film this because I thought it would be really good as one of my plant projects, and I'm really looking forward to doing another one of these episodes. So this lid comes off, which is really great. So it's just a nice little table. So I am eventually going to get a plant to sit on top of here, but I'm just going to wait and see what I can get. I want something a little bit interesting. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye out and see what we can get our hands on. And then inside here is this lovely little glass round dome, which is what we're going to use as the terrarium today. So yeah, this black metal stand is great, and the fact that it sits inside this terrarium is going to be really great for the rabbits, because it means, as you can see there, that they cannot get inside of it. So my plants are going to be nice and protected. Hopefully it'll build up a bit of humidity. However, there is still a gap around the top, so I'm going to pop that in. As you can see, there is still a gap around here, so it's not completely concealed. Should move her away from the plants. However, yeah, it does mean that it should hold its humidity inside, and a lot of the plants I've picked today are just going to really thrive in this environment. So if I get this terrarium out of here, then we can move that over to one side. So yeah, this is what we're working with today. I'm just going to put a nice sort of thick layer of soil down the bottom. I'm not using any sort of fancy sands or stones or anything like that. It's just going to be soil and then the plants on top, because I want it to look really natural and really fun, and really sort of fill it with plants really. I do have a very large selection of plants here, so if I just bring this over, that I am going to use. So I'm not going to use all of these because obviously they won't all fit, and the ones that I don't use, I'm going to look at potentially doing something fun in this lovely little jar thing here. However, that probably won't be today because I don't actually have the tools to be able to get inside of there. So as you can see, this has got quite a narrow neck, but I did want to bring it into the video because I wanted to show you the alternative things that you can use and that you don't have to have a big terrarium. I mean, this is sort of a medium size, I'd say. You can get obviously bigger ones, you can use fish tanks and things like that, which can look really cool. But yeah, this is just an example of a nice little one that you can use. And I think, no, and I think I'm gonna have to move this. Right, pop that up there and hopefully it will stop her from being able to get to them too easily. So this lovely jar here is a nice small version of what you can actually use as a terrarium. So this is an old water jug that I had. I've recently got a new one, so I thought that I'd use this to put in a terrarium. I thought I'd use this to put plants in, and it would be a really fun way to do that as well. But yeah, like I said, I haven't got the tools to get inside of there, so with smaller terrariums, just keep in mind that you can't get your hands in. However, I thought it'd be really lovely with this pile of palm inside of there, as it sits probably quite high inside. And then maybe, pile of palms don't need a whole lot of water, and neither do these Diffenbachias here. So I think those two, you know, that one at the front there with the pile of palms sat behind it, might look really nice together. And then hopefully the rest will be able to fit in here, but we'll see, because I might end up using these in there if it looks good, and I can always get other plants to go in this at a later date. So yeah, this one I'm not actually doing today, it's just to show you different examples. Lovely, so I'm just going to get myself set up and then we will get into it. Just got my lovely potting mat here, which is really cool. I did actually do a repotting video recently where I introduced this potting mat, so I will put the link to that video up in the iCart, so that you can check that out as well. But yeah, for this potting mat is beautiful, I love it. So I'm really excited to use that today, and that's basically just going to stop me from getting dirt all around on the floor, so hopefully I can be a little bit tidier. Right, okay then, fantastic. So I'm not going to go through my soil mixture that I'm using today with you. However, I will point you in the direction of my repotting video again, that I linked in the iCard earlier. I'll link it up here again, and I'll also put it in the description down below, and that just goes through what soil mix I use for most of my houseplants, and that is the same as what I'm going to put in here. The one thing I would say about your soil mix if you're using a terrarium is to just try and get it as well draining as possible, because you don't want water to sit. Obviously there's no holes in the bottom of a terrarium, and as much as you want the moisture to build up, you don't want it to be sat in really wet soil all the time. So this is quite a barky mixture, and I've got quite a lot of perlite in here as well, just for aeration and things. So yeah, that hopefully will be quite a nice mixture, but we'll see how it goes, and I will give you updates on this. Fingers crossed it all works out quite well. So yeah, we're going to get started then. So to start off with, I'm just going to put soil in the bottom of here. So I'm scooping it in and not pouring it in because I don't want to get soil stuck all around the edges here. So with a scoop it's just a bit easier to get it in without getting it on the edges at all. So I'm just going to go for a nice thick layer at the bottom because, sorry, I'm making music with the side of the tub. Just going to go for a nice thick layer at the bottom because I don't want the roots to, I want the roots to have plenty of room to move, and it will be quite nice for them to be able to grow still. And you know, I mean, at some point I probably will have to replace the plants in this because I'd imagine they will start getting a bit wild. Hopefully by then I'll have enough space so we would have moved and I could have a bigger terrarium, like a nice big rectangular fish tank terrarium or something like that, which would be really fun to do properly. But yeah, this is sort of my first terrarium that I'm really gonna, you know, give a go, and then I can sort of build from there really. So I think that's probably a nice thick layer there. I mean, that should be taller than most of these pots here, so all their roots and everything should fit in nicely. And we can sort of see how it goes really. What I might do is just sort of bring you closer and we can get the camera over the top here and just see how we're going to place these in and give it a go. Fantastic, so we are all set and ready to go. So if I just bring these plants down here so that you can see them properly, they probably don't show up the best behind on this lovely mat here, but hopefully you can see them well enough. I will bring those two in case I do end up using them. The pile of palm might look quite nice with a bit of height there, so we might look at doing that. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of place them in their pots that they're in. I'm going to talk you through each of the plants first because what I might do is just sort of speed through the actual potting and positioning of them all because there's not really much point in me talking about it a lot because I know that can get quite boring. So I've got this beautiful ivy here. I picked one with quite a nice lot of growth on. So hopefully that can just really, you know, sit in there and then it can crawl around and just get some real, you know, sort of climb in between all the plants, and that should create quite a nice effect there. I did go for like a one with the nice variegated colouring on it because I just think they look a little bit better than just the plain green, and I thought it would stand out quite nicely against the soil. I've then gone for, you can tell I really like the white and green kind of mix at the moment. So I've then gone for this gorgeous fittonia here, which is absolutely beautiful. And once again, that is going to stand out so nicely against that soil. So even just those two in together already take up quite a lot of space. So we're going to see how we get on. Then got this beautiful begonia Rex, which I really want to use in here because I love the colours. And I think that could be quite a nice feature towards the front of the pot. So somewhere like that maybe. The ivy, yeah, like I said, hopefully that can just sort of twine in and out of the plants. This beautiful fern is actually a adiantum, but yeah, it's a lovely, just absolutely stunning. I love the way that they look. I'm really crap at keeping plants like this alive, especially fern type plants. So hoping that in here the moisture will just sort of help. And maybe that can sit in the middle, and then as it grows bigger it will just sort of tower over everything. And then I've got two different types of peperomia. So I can't remember the names of them exactly, but I will pop that in the description down below. So this gorgeous one here, which I picked up not too long ago. I'm really sorry, I am terrible with plant names, so I will definitely pop that in the description for you. So that would be quite nice off to the side again. And then this beautiful variegated peperomia here, which can just pop down as well. So maybe that might, in all fairness, actually be it, because there is not much room going on in here at all at the moment. So that might be the lot actually, which then leaves those two, like I said before, to go into that other pot. So yeah, so I might look at doing something like that. Let's start potting and we'll see where we can go with that. I might break that fittonia down and make that a little bit smaller. I don't think we necessarily need that whole plant there, but yeah, so that is just to give you an idea roughly of what it might look like. But what we'll do is I'll try and bring the camera in really close for you, and yeah, I'll get that all potted in and we'll see what it looks like. So there we are, there we have it. So as you can see, it didn't actually take me that long to put together. It took me about 5 minutes or so, because we'd already positioned it out inside and sort of figured out where everything was going to go. I think that sort of worked really well. So I will do some close-up shots. I've just done a few nice angles for you so that you can see exactly what it looks like. But yeah, really happy with how that looks now. I have tried to leave as much gap as I could between each of the plants. It does look like things are actually crammed in there quite a lot, but they're not. Like, there is quite a lot of room at the bottom for the roots, and as things grow, they'll grow at different heights, so that will sort of allow a little bit more space. And there is actually quite a bit of space in between each plant here as well. So yeah, really happy with that finished product. As you saw, I did actually end up breaking up the fittonia. So that I still have another 2 whole pieces of that, which I don't think I'm going to put in. I think there's plenty in there. I may use it in this jar if this is too big. If not, then I'll just put it elsewhere and use it as a nice decorational piece. So that's not a problem at all. I'd definitely rather have a smaller one in here because that will grow quite a bit, and they do tend to spread when they grow. So yeah, that's just at the front there. I've tried to make sure that I've used plants today that you can find in your local nurseries, local garden centres and things like that. And plants that are quite easy and tend to have similar sort of watering requirements, so that everything in here will sort of work together quite well, hopefully, which is why I've kept the parlour palm and the differbachia out to use potentially together in that pot, because they don't need quite as much water and they can handle a little bit of a lower watering regime. So yeah, these ones in here all quite high water. The peperomias can sort of do without if they need to, the same with the ivy, but they will still thrive quite well with this sort of watering system that we're going to need in here. So yeah, let's get it put in here and we'll just have a look at what it looks like, the finishing product. So yes, that looks really cool. So I think that actually the level that the soil's been done and the level of the plants is actually really nice to be able to see through and see the plants properly. And as these grow, hopefully they'll, some of them will grow right up to the top here. The ivy might start climbing up the sides. At the moment I've just sort of intertwined the ivy through the plants here, so yeah, hopefully that will sort of grow around. They might get a bit twisted up and a bit tangled, but I think that would look quite cool. Yeah, almost like a little mini forest, a little mini, sorry, the rabbit's knocked the camera then. Almost like a little bit of a mini forest, a little mini garden sort of thing going on here. So yeah, so that's really exciting, and hopefully this will do really well. So I will be using a little bit of spray in this every now and again to really add some moisture and keep that sort of humidity up in there for it. I know that spraying doesn't do a whole lot of good, but I think in this sort of situation, because it's in a closed container, or a mainly closed container, that it will actually help. And I will then just be doing a light watering probably once a week at the moment. It's going to sit down by the side of my sofa, so it will get quite a lot of light in the morning, and sort of quite a lot more bright light in the morning, I should say, and then it does get a lot of light throughout the day as well. So it's where I have my nice plant shelf over there. So yeah, hopefully that will work quite well. All my other plants over in that position are thriving, so hopefully, I'm hoping that the lid on this isn't going to cause it to go too dark. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it really and see how it does. I can always move it into a different position if I need to, but I think that's going to work quite well. But yeah, I think that's it really. Thank you very much for watching my video today. If you do have any questions or want to know anything else about this, then please do leave them in the comments down below for me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you liked my video today. Hopefully this is a plant project that you can do at home from just different bits and bobs that you've got laying around. You can use vases and things like that as well, so it doesn't have to be something specifically for plants, like I said with my nice water jug there. So hopefully I'll be able to get this one done, and I will post me doing this one up, maybe a little short video on Instagram or something, so do go and check out my Instagram, which is @littlehouseplant_life. Yeah, I tend to try and keep up to date and post sort of different bits and bobs. I will get a bit better with posting on there because I'm not as frequent as I would like to be. But yes, that's it then guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.